Oh, we're live. Good morning. Okay, guys, it's going to be one of those days again.
Oh, my gosh.
Good morning, everybody. Hello. Let's get some gratitude going this morning. Hello.
Kidding.
Nobody's on yet, but there is a yet. So,
yes.
Where are you? Wake up call. The alarm's going off. Maybe that's what we should do. Set off the alarm.
I got a round circle. Mine won't come up yet.
Oh, we got 5 people jumping in.
All right.
6 people.
Good morning,
It's growing.
Good morning.
Hi, Gabby. Good morning, sweetheart.
Okay, there we are.
Yeah, if you're here, say something because we're not finding you yet. Hi, Deirdre. Hi, Wendy.
Deirdre.
Good morning, everybody.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, there we are.
Please share. Yeah, I've
Sherry,
only got...
good morning, Sherry Layton. Gatewood, rise and shine. Yeah, I felt like we needed to set an alarm off so everybody would get in here.
Okay, so I'm going to go to a different page because I'm on a page where it's just Deirdre and I.
Okay, I don't know what you're on then.
Well, I thought I'm on Enlightened World Network.
That's good on that.
I only have Deirdre.
That's because Deirdre's so special.
I know she is. And I'm okay, Deirdre. I mean,
Good
if
morning.
it's just you and I hanging out, it's so
Hi,
weird.
Jean Lorio. Oh, it's so good to see you guys coming in. I love this. It's like the door opened and people are coming in to find us. And good morning on Periscope to CJ. We see you. What's up? We are having our morning coffee. You got yours? Good morning. And we're just talking about whatever comes up today. It's Sunday. Oh my God, it feels so good today. Feels like a beautiful day. Yeah, we're the house host and everybody's having coffee.
Yeah.
And good morning from New Orleans. You are awesome. Well, you are awesome. And Luann.
Yeah, I only have one person on mine. So there has to be another. I'd like to see everybody's comments. I feel like I can't see anything if I'm sitting here with like this. Yeah, see if I only have Deirdre.
Okay.
And I'm going to refresh it, but
refresh.
And I
Happy Sunday to you too. Oh, and yes, CJ, you see us. Good morning. Good morning. And G Money from Michigan. Oh my gosh, look at all you Periscope people today.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for jumping on with us.
Yeah, I did that all.
Wendy says, I see you bigger. I have you on the iPad. Oh, good. Oh, you're welcome. I love that name that you've given yourself. You're so awesome on Periscope. Good morning, Carol Allen. Wow. And greetings from Egypt, from PH Salem. Yeah, Deirdre, you need to come over with us, honey, if you're sitting over there, wherever you are. You may be on Teri Angel Speakers. Okay, Gabby, it was an amazing day here, and I had a wonderful ride on a Harley. I'm jealous. Through the countryside. I've done that before. It's so much fun.
Would somebody that's like Wendy or somebody tell me where you're at? Because
they're all literally Enlightened World Network.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I thought I was. That's where Deirdre and I are. And I am missing out on the conversation. And I really enjoy having everyone in the morning. And I don't want to miss out anything.
Here. Luann must be nice and warm in Florida. You look ready for nice weather. No PJs. Well, I have the PJ bottoms on.
I have my PJs on.
Chantel, good morning. No, we are in Central Florida in the United States. And this is the St. Johns River that runs through Central Florida. And it's really nice weather today.
No,
Luann.
Deirdre says, how about here? Nope, you were still on the same page, Deirdre. Deirdre and I are just lost out there somewhere. I'm trying, honey.
Go up, see where the search bar is, where it says right up above the live. There's a search bar. Go to Enlightened. No, not there. Enlightened World Network.
Okay.
And then you'll find us.
Okay.
All right. What else we got? Lovely and sunny in the UK, Wendy says. And
Okay, we got it.
Good morning,
Yes,
Diane. And you're so awesome. It's trying to spread positive vibes only. That is exactly what
Yes,
we're all about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Deirdre, honey, go to Enlightened World Network, EWN, and that'll get you here. I got here. So go over to EWN, not Enlightened Living or anywhere else.
Yeah, we're so glad you all are here this morning.
You.
This for those just finding us, especially those of you on Periscope. We do this every morning. This is our morning show that starts at 7:30, and this morning there was some difficulty in people finding where we are.
Yeah.
But on Facebook, in Facebook land, we are at Enlightened World Network. That's our home. They took us under their wing because we have a little group called the Angelic River Family. Got to get my thoughts straight.
Oh,
you're on Angelic River Family. Okay, Jean.
And you're going to love this. Gabby was she's having an amazing day there, and she had a wonderful ride on a Harley through the countryside. Yeah. Did you say that?
We talked about that.
I'm sorry.
She was busy looking.
I was so hard to find everybody. I do apologize for coming in late to the conversation.
Needed. All right, and somebody
hi, Melody.
To Miami. Who was that? Oh, CJ, you're in California. Awesome. I'm so glad we have all you Periscope people today. Yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Wendy. I couldn't get my thoughts together and put two words together even. Now I can't get to where I can put that on here. There we go. Angelic River Family, thank you, since my brain wasn't working right. And in the comments, if you all scroll up to the very top, I put our group, which is Gratitude Tag. We're getting ready to play games, and the information is all in the group. It starts tomorrow. You're going to tag somebody on Facebook or any social media. If you go to Twitter, if you go to Periscope, Instagram, Pinterest, wherever you're at, you can tag a person and tell them you're grateful for them, and then say you're it, pass it on, and put that hashtag gratitude tag. So anytime we see that tag, we can click on it and see who's been tagged. So who's going to tag you tomorrow? Who's going to tag me tomorrow? Yeah. I want tag too. I want to play the game.
And Sally D. La Rosa said, "Oh my God, ladies, we received our sign yesterday, only a few hours after asking. We were at the center when working in my room and all the lights were on. Then only one overhead light went out for 4 minutes. And when I said, okay, if this is our sign, then turn the light back on, and it did it." Yay. Would you like to tell them what? The dude.
I love it. I love it.
You want to tell them, our new people, what we're talking about?
Okay, so we're playing a couple of games right now. Yeah. Don't you all love playing games? So we are starting the experiments that are in the book E Squared by Pam Grout. And the first experiment is the dude exists principle. So we all yesterday, or not all, everybody that did yesterday decided that was going to be the starting point. You have 48 hours to receive something, some sign that's inexplicable, something that you can't say, okay, that maybe would have happened anyway because of timing or whatever. That was me yesterday. It's like, okay, some things happened, but yeah, that probably would have happened anyway. So something that is not like something you can manipulate or control, kind of like this, a light going off and staying off for a certain amount of time until you ask, okay, is that it? And then it shows you. So we're asking for signs from the universe, from God, whatever you choose to call the greater power, the highest power that is. And then we're going to be blessed. And tomorrow morning on the show, we're going to talk about our signs and see what has happened. I'm so ready for miracles. I'm ready for something just really huge to happen. But it's like, that's the other part of it, though. No expectations.
Right.
It's like, just put it out, leave it. And Jeryl Ann even made the comment before the show, I forgot to look for my sign. You don't really look for them. They show up. They come to you. Something just happens, something appears, and you're like, oh my gosh, there it is. Kind of like my falling star. I'd given up on my last one. I said, okay, I guess it's not going to happen. Turned around at that exact moment, and the falling star was right in front of me.
Good morning, Julie Kiss. Teri, question. What we saw in the forest yesterday, remember what looked like smoke,
yeah.
but then wasn't smoke?
Angel.
No. I don't know, but it was kind of inexplicable.
Kind of weird.
Yeah.
And we both saw it at the same time.
Oh, Sharon says, is it greedy to ask for some more signs?
You ask away, darling. Whatever your heart desires. And Sally says,
no limit.
It was very exciting to receive that sign, isn't it?
Bet.
When I saw that falling star, I was like jumping up and down. I'm like, oh my God, I saw something. It's like it really came to me. And I can't control a falling star for sure. Another meteors. I still like to call them falling stars.
Falling stars.
Doesn't that sound like more fun than a meteor?
Yeah, that is.
So yes, it is exciting. Julie Kiss, hi honey. And Carol Allen says, I need to check out Periscope. I want to feel like I'm in a submarine.
Oh, I know, I love that. That is so good.
Oh my gosh, I feel like we're kids this morning. Doesn't it feel like a fun Sunday morning gather? Or like what was it, Our Gang that always like came out and they all like played together.
Yeah, they played together.
And it was like, that was a Sunday show, I think, because I remember in the morning watching Our Gang, and they were just like always getting into something. I feel like that's what we're doing this morning. We're getting into something.
Yes,
not sure what yet.
Oh, and you can really see the river today behind
know, it's
us.
So
it looks
beautiful.
Really nice. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we missed a lot of comments and some people that jumped in, I think.
And good morning, Melody. She popped in earlier. And Luann says it's raining up there till Tuesday.
Oh, wow. And Elizabeth is here. Hi, honey. And Sharon Boyle says, it's so funny. For years, I sometimes post a funny face or something uplifting with just the words, namaste, y'all. Isn't that cool, Sharon? I love that.
What a coincidence. Yeah.
I just love it. We're missing some people that are normally not here. I'm just going to scroll back and see if they showed up. Like Rick Morrow always joins us, and I have not seen him. Melody is here. I didn't say good morning to you now.
And Jean Lorio, I didn't say good morning to Jean. There's a lot of you I didn't say good morning to because I was like,
she was lost.
I was lost this morning.
Lost in space.
Deirdre,
another one I remember.
And, oh my God, I love that. Lost in space. I love Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
And hello, Bob Wonder from Periscope. I am loving all the Periscope activity today. Thank you all for coming on here. All right, what happened to my stuff went away. I want my stuff back.
This is just such a crazy morning.
I love it.
And Sharon says she would love to feel hands on her shoulders and not just Jason Momoa's.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So, are any of you into Abraham, Channelings of Abraham by Esther Hicks? There is a really funny one that they compiled of either things that came out of Esther's mouth from Abraham that was you just wanted to crack up, or somebody asked a question that was really funny. But I remember one in particular where this guy was saying something about abundance. Like, why am I not getting my abundance? Why am I not getting things? Other people get things, and we've talked about that, right? That comparison. Other people get theirs. Why am I not getting my abundance? And so the funniest thing came out of her mouth, and it was like, where's my stuff? And I think about that every time I'm like looking for something, and I call it stuff. I'm like, where's my stuff? And then I remember, it clicks that memory of that coming out, and I just belly laughed when I heard that coming through. Where's my stuff? And that's what we're looking for, right? We're all wanting our stuff that God is going to bless us with and show us that, I'm here.
Oh.
I got you back.
Carol Allen says, I'm dating myself, but I loved watching Lassie. I loved Lassie.
Oh, Lassie.
You know? Oh my gosh.
Don't we all want a Lassie in our life too?
Yes.
That protector that's always there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I had in high school, I had a neighbor that she was like the prettiest girl in school, and she had a collie like Lassie, and she would run down, and I would just think, I would give everything, God, if you would just let me look like her and have a dog like her dog. That talk about really coveting, but yeah, that was the most beautiful dog. She was like so cool.
C's in the house.
Hi, C.
Hi, C.
Hi.
Good morning, darling. Okay, so we have some. If y'all just keep talking, we have somebody.
Yeah.
I need to go in and just say sorry. We're all about positive and love and light. We're not here for.
Jean Lorio asks, "What is Periscope?" It's another social media outlet, kind of like Twitter or something. Isn't it off of Twitter?
To Twitter. If you're on Twitter, you can go on Periscope, and it's just another streaming outlet. We can stream on there. I'm trying to go in now to get to my comments, so you all just go ahead and talk. And I'm going to see what the comments are on here.
Okay, now I see C. Hi, C. Good morning, honey. How you doing this morning? I'll tell you, it is an overcast day here on the river, but it's nice and cool. It got pretty warm yesterday, which is lovely. I'm not complaining at all. But I got all of my plants. I'm so excited about this. Some friends of mine and Teri's came over to visit from Ocala, from across where that forest is on the other side over there. And she stopped at a nursery and got me tomato plants and pepper plants and seeds. Mm-hmm. And I got all of my plants planted. I put them in containers because I just have this feeling we already have one storm that's been named Arthur here off the coast of Florida. And I just think that this year I decided, you know what, I'm going to put everything in containers because then I can move everything into my workshop if I have to at the last minute to save my plants and they won't be out in the garden beds. So I'm feeling very accomplished these days for having gotten my planting done. But I mean, I was dirt from head to toe. I don't know about you, but I love to get in the dirt and play. It is so much fun. Yes, in the mud.
It wasn't muddy yesterday, but it did rain for just a few minutes.
And I want to thank Teri. I had a different guest scheduled for my show last night. And one of the things I'm grateful for is that during the show yesterday morning, I got a message from her saying, I'm so sorry, but I'm not feeling well. I've been sick for like 3 days and I can't do the show with you tonight. And normally I would have just canceled it. And I thought, no, I guess I could do it by myself. And I told Teri, I said, my guest had to cancel. And she said, well, I'll go on and do the show with you. Well, of course, Teri has so much knowledge in so many areas, and she did. And we had the most wonderful show last night, and we talked about forgiveness, which is, to me, one of the most important things that we can do, and releasing things from other people, you know, those bonds, those cords. And we talked about the Akashic Records, and Teri is very well versed at teaching people on how to get to the Akashic Records, and has said that she would do a workshop on it, because Deirdre and I both commented, I know what they are, I've known what they are, but I've never been able to access them myself. Would you like to talk just to hear about the Akashic Records and see what people think?
During that show, it was very obvious that there's a lot of people that need more information. That's how my workshops came to be, because I kept hearing that there were people that didn't fully understand some of the things we talk about, like chakras and how to connect with your spirit guides and the angels. So I developed, with the guidance of the angels, they had me sit down and develop 3 workshops that I'm going to do on chakras, on angels and guides, and on your clairs and developing your spiritual gifts. Well, last night during the show, as people were talking and asking questions, I heard that nudge and I heard that little voice that says, oh boy, there's going to be a fourth workshop, and it will be on the Akashic Records. Yeah. And I will guide you in a meditation for you to go into the Akashic Records. So
I'm excited.
If you're ready for that, the Akashic Records, it's everything that has ever happened, period. And your own, we all incarnate into different experiences. This is a human experience right now that we're having together. There may be some ETs on here, but for the most part, I think we're all in human bodies right now. But it's every experience, even if it wasn't on the Earth planet, right? Which is an interesting thing to go into that Akashic record and say, oh my gosh, I lived on that planet, didn't I? Yeah. But you can go in and access your own Akashic records, and they're very secure. They are energy. Everything is energy. But in this energy, you're able to see what's happened at any point in time. And they're very protected by gatekeepers and by the angels, by God. So anybody can access them with your permission, but you can always access them yourself. So we'll talk about that, and we'll do that. And I'm so excited.
And good morning, Rick. He's here now. Rick is here. We were talking about you.
Rick, did you oversleep kind of like somebody else we know this morning?
Me. I slept in. You know, and a really good analogy that a lot of people make about the Akashic Records, for me, I need kind of, I need to be able to visualize something. And a lot of people describe it like a big library. Just take it as a big library, and every soul has its own book. And in that book contains every experience that soul has ever had. And so you get your library card basically through the gatekeepers, and you can go in and access your book.
Yeah, so I'm excited. Let's do that.
I think it'll be wonderful.
And for any of you who still were unaware that I was doing the workshops, the first one starts next Sunday, and that's going to be about the chakras, all about the chakras. So bring your questions. We're not going to just say these are the chakras. We're going to talk about what they are and how they might affect you in your physical body and your emotional body. And also we'll do a chakra clearing. If there's anybody that has issues in any of the chakras, we can clear that energy on the workshop. I'm excited about that. It will be. And today at 2 o'clock, I'm doing a time healing for anyone that wants to come into that. It'll be live in the group only. It won't be anywhere else.
Don't miss that, you guys. I'm also a Time Heals facilitator. I learned Teri, the technique was downloaded to her. She channeled it and she teaches it. And I was able to, she came here to the river and taught a class on it. It's amazing. You don't want to miss it. I wanted to say, Carol Allen had a comment. She said, when I was very little, maybe 3 or 4, I got lost on my grandparents' property, about 4 acres. Their collie found me and I held his tail until we got home. Wow. Okay, so no wonder you loved the show, Lassie. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was
You had your very own Lassie.
And that, those shows were so fun, weren't they?
They were.
I mean, they just were clean fun, and that one was heartwarming, and it always had like a moral to it and things. But there's other shows around that same era that were just fun.
Absolutely.
We were talking recently about the Carol Burnett show. And,
yeah.
And I Love Lucy it's always been my favorite. If I need to laugh, I can go to YouTube and just continue to play I Love Lucy shows and just bring those up, and the woman kills me. She's just so funny. And we've named one of the Ospreys here Lucy. It's Lucy and Ricky.
Lucy and Ricky.
And Lucy is nonstop. Usually I don't hear her this morning. I heard her earlier. But she talks constantly. And so she's our Lucy here at the river, and I just love it. She puts a smile on my face. And yes, I do remember Flipper. That was fun too, Deirdre.
They call him Flipper, Flipper.
And CJ on Periscope says, I need to tap in with my chakras. The workshop is this afternoon on Facebook. We have a group on Facebook called Angelic River Family.
Yes.
So if you do Facebook, look us up. We'd love to have you in there.
Thank you, Carol, for it was. Last night was, it was a really good show. I really enjoyed it thoroughly, because this is stuff I can never, I could talk about all this stuff we're talking about even now for
that
nonstop.
show went so fast.
I know.
It just, before we knew it, the hour was over, and we planned on to Kasha, but that's all right. It was divinely as it was supposed to be, and that's when I got the nudge. It's like, yeah, we're going to talk about this some more. Yeah. Oh, and Carol brings up Lucy and Ethel in the Chocolate Factory. Absolutely. Isn't one
that
of my favorites?
One of my favorites. Yeah. And the grape stomping. I loved the grape stomping episode. They are classic for sure.
You know, one of my favorites too was when she thought Ricky was trying to kill her. Do you all remember that?
I don't remember that one.
Oh my God, that was so funny. She overheard a phone conversation that he was having with somebody, and it was like where somebody was going to be taken out, and she thought it was her. She thought he was trying to get rid of her. So it was like everything that he said, it would like have little innuendos, and she's like, oh my God. And so she got Ethel involved, and it was like, oh, it was so funny. All of her little misunderstandings on that show, they were just hilarious.
Teri, Gabby has a question for you. How often should you give your chakras a birthday? Like once a week if you don't have anything major going on?
A birthday?
That's why I read it. I thought maybe she would clarify. Are you talking about a cleansing?
The cleansing that you do, you can cleanse daily. I mean, whenever you feel like something is going on, you go into that chakra and you breathe energy into it and open it up and get it back into alignment. And that's what I'll be teaching with the chakra course. But I've never heard of giving your chakra a birthday.
I haven't either.
Workers, so they're constantly a part of us. They're part of our bodies, all 4 bodies that we have. They're part of that. So I'm not sure about your question, darling. And I think you did sign up for the class, for the workshop. I thought I saw that. Oh yes, a cleansing, re-engineering, balancing out. Yeah. So I have a video, if I can find it. It's called Chi Up and Down. And it's the routine you can get into every morning for going into just scanning through all of your chakra system and bringing it all into alignment just with your intention every morning. So I'll find that. If I can't find it, I'll redo it, because it's a good idea to check in, check your chakras.
Yeah.
I think that's even what I called it. Check your chakras. And every morning you can see if there's something out of balance and you can open them up.
I like that. A good time. Haha.
Yeah. And CJ, the class will be in Angelic River Family on Facebook. Okay. What else?
And Sharon says I was in bed. I have been managing to get to bed earlier and getting up earlier. Well, you know what, Sharon? You get a pass on this, because really getting enough rest these days is important. And I know you in particular, along with a bunch of us, have had some real issues about getting enough sleep. And so if you're able to do that, you do it. You can always watch the replay if you feel like you want to. But yeah, last night's show was all about forgiveness and doing, in particular, the technique called Ho'oponopono. And I've been doing it now. Literally right now, I'm doing it a minimum of 2 hours a day. And I do it pretty much throughout the day now. It's just kind of become part of my routine to really clean out any negativity and to keep my energy level high and my vibration high.
Yeah. Good morning, Liza on Periscope. Thank you for
Liza.
joining us. And Diane had a comment. The best shows come out of not planning at all, don't they?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, every one of my shows that I do a lot. Every one, I don't have an agenda. when I have somebody on, I don't have a list of questions that I'm going to ask them. We just sit and have conversation, kind of like what we do here. But we usually have a topic, or the person I have on has something that's big in their life, so we discuss that. Kind of like Sherry Myers that I had on last week on Gratitude Happy Hour. Sherry is just such an amazing person. And Lisa Jo Davis, I don't know if you all are familiar with her. Lisa Jo is having a show today and highlighting Sherry as well for her book release. And I think that's happening at noon today. Yeah, and what else? Would love that. Check your chakras, a good routine to get into. Yes, it is, Gabby. So I'll make sure that I either find that video or create a new one. Yeah. There's always that.
And I wanted to say thank you to Wendy. I forgot to do that this morning. I loved your input last night on our show, Wendy.
That was good.
But thank you for staying up and watching. I know it's late there, and I really am grateful that you were willing to stay up and watch the show. So thank you very, very much.
Diane, she says, there's no way I can get enough sleep these days. I feel like my body is in a cocoon phase. Even though I am out in the world, my body wants to just sleep. I'm hoping that this fatigue lifts soon. Yeah. Set that intention, Diane. Intentions are so powerful. And for those of you that are interested, we do an intentions group every Monday night. It kind of sets us up for the week for things that we would like to manifest or how we want to see things in our life happen. And you all are welcome to come in. It's a private Zoom meeting. So if anybody is interested, let me know. And I'll definitely get you the information. We have a great group. It changes. People come into it and then leave, and then they come back. So it's a very powerful group that we sit and meditate together and get messages for each other and just really lift each other up in our life and what's going on.
Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate that.
Oh, she says you're worth it. And Secret Snap, hello, welcome. Wow, I really love the Periscope activity today, guys. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. And cool. For those of you in Periscope that are watching, we do prayer requests on this show. So anything that's going on that you would like some uplifting energy for, whether it's yourself or a loved one, we'll type it in the comment. I'll focus on that for about 10 minutes or so at the end of the show. And Sharon put up a YouTube. This is one of the funniest things I have seen. I love these girls. Well, thank you.
Oh, they really are funny. I have seen some of their videos in the past, and they're just hysterical. So thank you for that, Sharon.
Thank you.
Sharon, can you post that picture of what you thought your sign was yesterday on here? That would be really cool. I know it's in the Angelic River family, but if you can.
I don't know if it will. In the
okay.
comments.
You can do this. You can't do that. Okay.
Yeah, that's like a preview of a site.
Oh, bummer. Yeah. Okay. Jean Lorio says, this family has totally changed my sleep pattern. Yeah. I get up at 4:30 every morning and go to sleep at 10. Anyone else? Jean, my sleep patterns, it's really interesting. It's been the energies of all the planets and moons and everything that's going on in the collective consciousness. My sleep patterns have been very erratic. Like last night, I haven't been able to go to sleep much before like midnight, 1 a.m. And then I get up every morning at 6:30. Now this morning, I had to sleep in. I was really, really tired this morning. And, but I think a lot of people have been having, their sleep patterns have been exceptionally altered lately. What about you, Teri?
Well, my life totally changed when I came here to the river because of Lucy. Lucy all of a sudden was my alarm clock, and I have never been a morning person. I was the person that my brothers would pour ice water over my feet in the mornings to get me out of bed because I could have just slept all day. But they were like, oh, we're going to get her up because we want to play. I was their playmate. for many, many games that they love to do in the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never been that jump out of bed, woohoo, good morning type of person. And then I came here. And Lucy decides I'm not going to sleep in. So she was my ice water.
Yeah.
She would sit out there and she would just chirp and chirp and chirp. And I'm like, all right, bird, I hear you. So I'd get up, and that's how Coffee and Conversation was born. I would get up and I'd sit outside and have my coffee, and I'd see her. She'd come out to like a limb at the end of the tree and just sit there and talk to me. And so I just turned Facebook Live on one day and let everybody see Lucy and all the beautiful nature around. And then we decided the next day that, okay, let's just do this. Let's just go on in the mornings. We didn't know if it was going to be something that we were going to do permanently, but it turned into such a blessing for both of us in both our lives that that's how it was born. And we love it, and we love all of you. You're all such a blessing when you come in and have coffee with us and beautiful conversation. So, yeah, my sleep pattern, it definitely has changed because I get up early. Now, I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning, and I saw Diane. I saw a message, I think on Messenger from you, that you were awake at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm not sure what was going on. And I even asked that question. I remember asking the universe, God, whoever's hearing me when I talk, I asked, did something happen at this time? Because it felt that way. You know, have you ever been woke up from a sleep and you're like, oh my gosh, what did I miss? Something happened. That was the feeling. It was like something happened. I'm not sure yet what it was. So I think with several of us maybe waking up around that time frame, there was like a shift or a physical event maybe that happened somewhere. There was something, definitely.
If you read these comments, you're going to see. See Michael, she wakes up between 3 and 4. Carol Allen has had, for the last couple of nights, very restless sleep. Gabby wakes up between 3:30 and 4:30. And also...
Kate Wood, I woke up at 4 a.m. too.
Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of yous that... Sally said something. She wakes up at either 3:33 or 4:44, and she's usually up for the day. So I think, Jean, you just hit a really common chord here. It seems like, and it's usually around 3 or 4, they say that it's when the angels are talking to you, and a lot of people are at their most inspired, inventive at that time. And so it seems like the universe is waking everybody up to have an experience.
Yeah, and that's been my experience for years, is that early morning when I wake up, there's something. There is always something if I just be still and tune into it. There's inspiration. There's new ideas. That's when they can really reach us because we're so relaxed. Yeah. And I have to tell you an experience I had yesterday. I had just relaxed for a minute because I had to do cancel, clear, delete.
Scratch that.
I got to do some work with clients yesterday, and I had some time before I was going to go on with them. So I just sat down for a few minutes on the couch to just relax, and I closed my eyes and I fell asleep. And it was okay because I had time to do that, and my body obviously needed it. I woke up laughing. I was laughing. That's what woke me up. I'm laughing. And I had asked the angels to just kind of refresh me, to just let my energy be refreshed and ready to receive angel messages for this client, whatever needed to come through. And I love that. That has never happened to me before. I woke up screaming before. That's a totally different thing. But I was laughing. And it put me in this really great mood when I met with the client. She got a lot of clarity. She had a breakthrough while I was in that session with her. There was something, things that she's been told over and over again by the angels, that when they told her yesterday, it clicked. And she had such a breakthrough, and she had such a realization about this thing that had been going on for years in her life. And all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, I get it. And it clicked. And this is the power of the angels and the power of laughter also. Laughter raises that vibration faster than anything else. And they know this with us humans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're funny.
Yeah.
The angels themselves will bring laughter to you to raise your vibration. But that experience really, that's one of the highlights for me, is waking up laughing and knowing that the angels helped create that so that I would be in very high vibration as I worked with the client to get them the message that needed to get to them so that they could have a breakthrough. And I love it. I'm just so grateful for my angels, and grateful that they just really help us in whatever is needed. And Sharon, I love it when I wake up laughing. I'm sure you laugh all the time, even in your sleep.
There's lots going on in the astral when we sleep. She's way more tired these days, and that's true. And look at all these comments. I'm just so excited. Everybody's like,
I love this conversation this morning. You're awesome.
Wendy says everyone's waking up at 4 while I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I've been there, done that. There, it's usually in the creative times when we just have something so pressing that we just do it, and in the time.
Right.
I've looked at my clock before, and I'm going, okay, it can't really be 3 o'clock in the morning, can it? And it is.
Yeah, exactly. And Carol Allen, she was awake at 4 a.m. too.
Yeah, something happened this morning at 4. I don't know what. I'm not sure yet. I'll ask the angels, but something definitely happened.
Good morning, Tony. Good morning. Good morning. And Sally says she can't even function at that time, but she's receiving a lot of ideas at that time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's I mean, it is. They call it the bewitching hour, don't they? Isn't that?
I've heard that.
Yeah, and it's just. And Gabby likes that quiet time to herself. A lot of people do actually get up, especially those who have families, and so that they can have that space. And what a perfect time, because that's when you really got a lot of connections going on, is at that time.
And Prachetta had a comment. Since Mom has left, my brother and I don't get any sleep till 5 a.m. Don't know what to do. So stick with us. We always give out inspiration, and also in the meditation time, maybe do a meditation when you're ready to go to sleep at night, and let that be what lulls you into a calm sleep. On Enlightened World, they replay. We do a live meditation every day with somebody that's coming in and leading a meditation. They replay that at night. It's called Sweet Dreams Restream. And they replay the meditation so that you have that at night to listen to go into a calming time and let your body start to realize, okay, it's time to wind down now. So I love that they do that. That was an inspiration from the angels as well.
And Diana says, I had a thing early this morning. I closed my eyes and I saw a huge pendulum swinging. Suddenly, I felt and actually heard the pendulum hit me. It was so odd, but it helped me get back to sleep, and there is a message in it for me. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there sure is.
Oh, yeah. Carol gets up at 4:30 in the summers to walk while it's cool. Yeah, we do a lot of that here, too. And hello, Kim. I hope you had a very happy birthday. It was her birthday yesterday or the day before.
Birthday.
Kim Siegel.
Kim Siegel, I did see your celebration yesterday. Happened. Yeah. And Wendy's think I was an owl in a past life. I love owls, Wendy. I love hearing them. I love seeing them. And on Periscope, CJ says, I always wake up with energy at 5 a.m.
Oh, that's
awesome.
Nice. Yeah.
And Scarlett Patterson, good morning to you too.
Yeah, I'm kind of an early morning person myself. I am one of those people that wake up. I'm quiet for the most part, but I feel usually really pretty good. There are some mornings, like lately, I think they've been doing stuff in my head and expanding, and so I've had a headache. Yesterday in particular, I had a headache all day long. But I do wake up pretty happy, and I annoy a lot of people in the morning. Yeah.
Okay. Good morning. We have another one on Periscope, and I can't pronounce your name. Yes, I am a night owl. Absolutely. That's why I'm not a morning person. So we're going to have to start the prayer meditation on time this morning, because at 10 o'clock is our silent meditation, and before that is Diane at 9:30.
The playground.
So yeah, so we have to get off of here on time. And oh, thank you. It's Dylan on Periscope.
Hi, Dylan.
Hi, and welcome.
Nice to meet you. Welcome
Yes,
to the
I'm
Angelic
Teri,
River
and this
family.
is Jeryl.
Hi.
And thank you for coming to our coffee time this morning.
Yeah.
We do this every morning.
And we're here at on the St. Johns River in north central Florida. It's gorgeous here. Well, it's overcast, but it feels so good and cool. It's crisp.
Yeah. And C says she wakes up happy too.
You know what? See, I see that about you.
I love that.
Yeah, I do too. I always wake up feeling really, really good.
Awesome. Well, it is about that time. So if you have any prayer requests, I haven't seen any. I think I saw one come through, but if you have any prayer requests, this is the time to put them in there.
And I would like to add again my friend Diane Faulkner, who's having upcoming surgery, and her daughter Sherry. Also, our friend Sharon Rhea has a good friend that has 2 brain tumors. And please add her friend in our prayers as well. We had said, and you have several too, I know.
Yes, my friend Sean, we definitely want to keep his sister lifted up. She had heart failure. Her heart actually stopped, and they had to save her with medicine, and then she had to have some surgery. She's out of ICU, which is the exciting good news, but she still is in the hospital, and let's keep her lifted up. My friend Camille DeSalm out in California, and my friend Yvonne down in Florida. And we want to also remember Sherry Meyer's nephew, I believe it is.
Okay.
I had written it down in my calendar, but I don't have that over here with me.
And also Wendy put in her friend, and her friend's dog just passed, Elvis, and I'm trying to read. And it was that we've been. I'm trying to remember her name.
Yeah,
but
Linda Matthews.
Linda Matthews.
I knew it was in here. But I had to scroll up to find it.
I could not find it.
Yeah.
So please keep Linda Matthews. She just lost her dog, Elvis. Yes. Thank you, Wendy, for putting it back in. And Hope asked for prayers for the healing of her feet. You know what, Hope? Thank you for that reminder. I have my right foot. I have this thing from a past life, and it to the point where my foot is becoming deformed because I have to walk so funky on it so I don't have pain all the time. And I've been doing the whole Ponopono on it, but it's I need to have help with it. What?
Elvis didn't pass.
Elvis didn't pass? Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I could have sworn I saw that post at some point that she did lose. So Elvis has been very, 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 very sick.
No, he's still here.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you, Wendy. I do apologize. I didn't mean to, get that wrong.
That's okay. So any prayer requests you have, we're going to begin in just a minute.
Yes, and I will return.
And let's just start to gather our energy today. I woke up and I told Jeryl even there's something very special about today. I don't know what it is, but there is something that just feels, the only word I can think of is pregnant. It's a pregnant type of energy where there's something being birthed. There's something big that's coming through. So let's get into that type of energy, that expectation, anticipation. And Sally asking for more prayers for calming as me raising the vibration. Sorry, it's cut off. Of Billy Toothman for the brain tumors that are terminal. Absolutely. We will keep Billy lifted up, and prayers for you as well. And thank you. Thank you to everyone that is on with us, that's lending your energy into the lifting of the prayers. That's what we do. For anybody that's new, we're not a religion, we're not a church, or we don't have any dogma. Our only religion is love. We just love, and we lift each other with love. And we bring these prayer requests to what I call God is the highest power that there is, that creator that created all of us. And that's where we go with the prayer requests. We call in the angels to help us with that. But the angels guide this meditation that happens. And whatever comes out, that's what's meant for all of us to really go into an energy together. So we're going to do that now. Oh, Wendy, I'm so sorry, honey. We're lifting you up with that because I know whenever there's a miscarriage, there was a soul attached to that energy. So I know there's a connection with you, with that soul, and we're lifting you up for that connection to be a beautiful energy that comes through to you today. And for our future nows, thank you, Deirdre. I love the way you put that. Absolutely. All right, so let's do this. If you'll just focus on your breath right now. I like to place my hand on my heart because that brings the focus right to our heart center. And that's what we do, and where we stay is in our heart. It's our soul, it's our home, where we go to know that we are a spark of the divine. We are spirit, and we are all one. We're all connected. And that's what this does. It helps us feel that connection to make it more visible to us while we're in these human bodies. We go into that experience and go back to our home where we are all soul beings. We all come from that same light. We're fragments of it. So go into your fragment of light that's in your heart. As you breathe in that deep breath, feel it in there. Feel that part of you that is unconditional love. That part that only knows love. There's no other feeling that comes in when you're immersed in that love. All of those other low vibration emotions just fade away because the love takes over. And the light shines so bright, it shines over any darkness that may be happening, whether it's a darkness of sadness, of anxiety and fear, of regret. Just let that light shine for a moment as you breathe in the love and hold it in your heart center and then release it, let it go. And as you breathe it in again, we're going to see this light start to change. So breathe it in and see a bright white light, and then watch it as it goes upward. Today it's going to go to the throat chakra. It's going to sit there for just a moment in the throat. And you may feel a spinning energy as it goes around your throat chakra. Just allow it to sit there. There is something that wants to come forth today, and we're all part of that. We're all part of releasing an energy out from ourselves, with our words, with our actions today, with our thoughts. So as we expand the throat chakra, not only of each person, but of the collective as a whole, we're expanding the throat chakra around the world. Just let that happen. Breathe into the throat. See the energy expanding your throat. See the color of the sky, that beautiful sky blue. As it swirls around you, this light is now changing to that color. And it's swirling around the throat. It's opening up. It's clearing. There's some clearing happening. If you feel like you need to cough or to clear the throat, do that, because that's energy that has to come out before your true, authentic self releases whatever is in there that has to be heard. There are messages that have to be heard today. There are words that are going to change lives today. breathe in right into the throat and let it expand. You may already be hearing a message. There may be something that's been there. Maybe you were aware of it already, that there was something that had to be said. Now is the time to let it out. Release that word out of your mouth, or that sentence, that name. I feel like there's names coming forward out of mouths right now. You're breathing life into something. So let it come forth. As it comes out, you're giving life to it, you're visualizing it and setting it outside of you because it's stuck. It had been stuck in your throat, and now you're going to speak it. So say whatever that name is, or that word is, or that statement is that was stuck inside of you. It's time to release all of that energy today. There's like a blank chalkboard, and you're going to be filling that up with messages, with codes. There's a lot of stuff coming out right now as you're feeling that throat chakra energy. It's opening you up to your authenticity so that you are going to create. There's creation happening right now as we're hearing the words coming from the angels. And I feel Metatron energy. Archangel Metatron is so connected in with the sixth dimension, with creation, bringing thought to be in form, bringing the words into action. So let's let Metatron guide right now. Looking again at your throat chakra, breathing life right in there with your oxygen, and feeling into whatever that is that's coming up for you. Something is coming right to the surface. Let it out. Release it out. I feel light language forming. Somebody has light language that just wants to be expressed out of your throat. And wow, chills on chills when I just said that. Somebody is newly finding light language that wants to bubble out of your throat. Let it happen. Let it happen wherever you are. Give birth to that. Let it come forth. Yeah, I'm feeling it right now. I'm just feeling the energy of this collective that's gathered here. There's a creation that's happening. I see that chalkboard again. It's no longer blank. It's got codes and sentences and words and names that are going up on that chalkboard. I'm seeing very clearly the name James. I don't know who James is, but that's coming out onto the chalkboard. There's lots of words up there. There's words that are written not in English, and there's words that are written backwards. There's so much energy coming out of your throats right now. Creation, that's what we're doing. We're creating. Just continue to let it come up. And I feel Archangel Gabriel is coming in to touch us all right now on the shoulder and hold us as we go into that energy of letting ourselves be authentic. Maybe light language is what you're experiencing and you didn't know what it was. You didn't know that you could connect in so deeply to the energies of spirit, that there was a language that you were hearing and that you were speaking back, but you didn't know what that was. And now that's coming to your awareness. Just let it happen. Let it flow. Get into the flow. That's what they're saying right now. Whatever is happening, let it happen. Don't put any expectations or any walls around it. It can't be walled up. It can't be limited. This is a space that is so open and spacious that there is no beginning and there is no end. So wherever you are in all of that spaciousness, that's where you're supposed to be. And this is your journey. And whatever is coming out is supposed to come out. Just let it happen. Let it happen. Don't hold it back. Don't bottle it up inside your throat. Expand your energy and let it come forth from you. And breathe into it again. And hold that breath right in that area. And I'm just feeling into what's going on and looking at the chalkboard again. And wow. Wow is all I can say, because there's so much energy being placed up there on that chalkboard. Energy for this whole collective to tap into as we all feel each other's energy. Hear the words that are coming out of the mouths of those that are speaking right now. Whether you're saying it out loud or with your thoughts, just speak whatever is authentic to you, because we're creating something right now. We're creating what feels like the coming of this new world, this new energy that's going to be our new way of being. And they're reminding me that this has already happened. It's not that we are just now creating it. We're remembering it because it's already happened. So allow yourself to remember. Allow yourself to get in touch with that part of you that has done this over and over again, where you've spoken another language, whether it be light language or another language other than your native language that you speak right now. So with that energy that just went out from all of us, we're all just standing here marveling at each other, just getting in touch with our oneness, connecting in so tightly with each other that we're completing each other's thoughts. One person is starting that sentence and the others are just pitching in and completing the thought, because that's what we're doing. We're creating. Wow, it's so amazing. Are you seeing that big chalkboard where all of us are just throwing things up there? And now it's kind of looking like a graffiti wall. All of our thoughts are just mixing in with the other thoughts and creating something so beautiful together. How amazing an experience is that? Do you feel that? Feel that energy. Get into the excitement of that energy. Wow, wow, wow. That is powerful, people. That's a really powerful manifestation that we just did together. I knew something huge was coming, and this is like, here you go. Here is a creation that you have done. All of us together, we created something together. So in that energy that we're immersed in right now, that creative energy, that immersing into each other, feeling the oneness of each other, let's lift each other up. Let's lift all the prayer requests that came in and put them up there on that chalkboard. Let's put all their names up there right now. If you've got somebody in your heart, put their name up there on the chalkboard. See them, see their faces if you know them. Put that up there. I see somebody drawing Mother Earth up on the chalkboard. That beautiful blue planet that we're living on. I see that going up on the chalkboard. I see my friends up there. I see their faces. I see all of you placing yourselves up on the chalkboard, immersed in all of this creation energy that's creating whatever is for our best and highest good to bring forth. And now let's release that. Let's let that energy that's on the board go upward. See it as this really huge object. And we're seeing it lift up. It's not heavy at all. It's lifting up right now. The angels are helping to carry it. And we're bringing it to our Creator. And we're saying, look, we created this. We are you, God. We have a spark in us that was created by you, that is on that spiritual realm. where we can do this, where we can open our mouth and create, and we created, and here you go. We're bringing it to you, and we're asking for the best and highest good for all of this, our creations, our prayers, for all of it to be seen, to be acknowledged, for us to receive messages back about what we put on that chalkboard. And then we're going to let it go. We're just going to let it go and surrender it and wait for the miracles and wait for the blessings that we know, that we have faith and trust and know in our hearts that we are seen, we are heard, and we are acknowledged because we are divine. Just take a minute. Just pause for a minute and feel that energy of God seeing you, knowing that you're seen. How does that feel? Does it make you stand up taller or sit up taller? Does that make you aware that you matter, that you are worthy, and you are enough to be seen by the highest power that is? Wow. That's a wow. Whew. Now let's take that feeling this morning. Let's take that feeling of being divine, of being in our divine energy, connected in with the God, the source energy of everything. And let's do this heart telephone today with that power, with knowing who we are, knowing what we are, and really feeling it as we share love with each other around our circle. The way we do this is to envision somebody on your left, and you're going to say to that person, I love you. And it is that unconditional, powerful love that's there in your heart. So let's begin. Say to one person on your left, I love you.
I love you.
And hear it as it goes around, as it comes back into your heart. Hold it there. We are all sparks of the divine, and we've all just shared that message to each other. I see you, I acknowledge you, and I love you. So let's give some gratitude. Ready? 1, 2, 3. When I count it off, we're going to say thank you. I love you. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. Give yourself a hand. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, that was yummy.
I'm
Yummy, yummy.
Still floating. I'm going to have to go outside and ground.
And good morning, Susie and Susie Koff. Good morning.
Good morning,
Good
ladies.
morning.
And it was Susie Koff's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday,
happy belated
Sue.
birthday, Sue.
CJ on Periscope says, I felt a great energy. Awesome. Did you all feel that? Oh, my word.
Oh, man. I feel so good right now.
I can still see that vision that we all created. We were all throwing stuff up there on that big board. Sherry says, powerful. Yes, it was. Wendy, that was amazing. Oh, my gosh. Definitely, yes. I love it.
Yes, she is the queen of meditation. Absolutely.
I love you all so much. That felt so yummy. It felt yummy to create something together. And I know there was so many words. Anybody want to own James? It was like huge on that board. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's huge. I don't know whose it was, but thank you for creating. Scarlett said it was intense. Wendy felt lightheaded. And she felt energy all around her. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I just loved that we did that this morning. We did that.
Yeah.
We did that. That was spirit that came through. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Jean says, wow. And see, yes, wasn't it beautiful to just immerse in each other's energy
Yeah.
We do that every day, but this just felt different.
Yeah.
This really felt very, very powerful and new this morning. Like we really created.
Okay. Sherry Gatewood says, James was a dog I had for 14 years.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Apparently James is still with you
James
or
is a
wanting to
guide.
give you a message for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
How beautiful. You all are beautiful. I don't even know what time it is, but
It's
I think it's time to
8:41.
stop.
It's time for us to pop off because everybody else is coming on.
Yes,
So.
yes. I don't think Mira does something on Sundays, but I know Diane will be on at 9:30, and Wendy says it did feel different. Yeah. And Hope Wellington Marshall, I wanted to bring through the light language. It was, but at last it wasn't meant to be, but I loved that.
Awesome. It'll happen.
The thing with any language, light language, any words that are coming out, don't try to force it. Don't say, I'm going to do this, but just allow it to flow. That was the energy. That's what they wanted to lead us into today, was that flow. Just allowing. And we created, and oh my gosh, the angels are still talking. I know you're saying namaste, y'all, but the angels are still talking, and they said that we created this because we all bonded yesterday to say, I'm going to just allow whatever comes through, whatever our signs are, whatever comes to us. That's a flow state. That's when you're in that allowance. Whatever happens, I'm going to go with it. And it feels very circular. That's what they're doing, is like moving me in a circle. That's the flow state. And that's what just happened, people. As we all together went into that flow state, creation happened. And that's what we're doing. And that's what's going to continue to do. Stay in that flow. The light language will come. The words that need to come through, they'll come. And our miracles, and I can't wait for tomorrow morning now, because I know there's going to be so many signs that you all are seeing. I love it. Yes. And I love you.
Namaste, y'all.
Namaste, y'all.
Have a blessed day,
Happiness
everybody.
runs in a circular motion. It most certainly does.
Yes.
And we'll see y'all later.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody.